Yeah. Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 187. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge. We show you what we're working on. We show you some of the challenges we're facing. We show you a glimpse of the future. This is the show where you get to interact with us live. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your best Spelljammer jokes. Just be nice. This is the show where we never have a script. We will often go off topic, and once in a blue moon, we will have technical difficulties. But mostly, this is the show where we spend the next 2 hours talking terrain with our amazing community while enjoying frosty beverages. Already the first human error. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm getting our frosty beverages. What's cooking, Chris? What are we doing?
Well, God, I mean, there's a good amount of stuff to cover today. I think the big thing that you all probably care about is we're going to give you a look at some Perilous Frontier stuff as we start shifting in that direction. But we have a little bit of wrap-up for Caverns Reforged to talk about. And we got some info for Dungeons Reforged and Cities Reforged as well. We got 4 campaigns worth of updates, basically.
I mean, that's...
in some capacity.
How much do people have to pay for all this info?
Just your time.
Just your time.
Mostly, I guess.
That's pretty expensive, actually.
Yeah.
That's
Unless you want to subscribe, but you know, all that gets you is a couple emotes. I think mostly.
Does it cost money to subscribe?
Well, you can sub for free if you have Amazon Prime. If you link it to your Twitch account, you can do a free sub every month. It's fast, fun, and free.
Fast, fun, and free.
Yeah. Outside of that, it's like $5 a month, I think. For the
and I feel like we have a lot of people in the community that gift subscriptions to people. I've seen that going around.
It's a general celebration thing. But you know, we don't do enough streaming to have sub only streams or anything like that. So mostly it gets you emotes.
Is that a thing people do?
Yeah, sub only streams. When I do there's a D&D show that Avery and I guest on a lot, and they do every 4 weeks they do like a talkback show after like the episode, and so they that's like a sub only thing.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
like
you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to do that. So it's like, if what you're doing is something that is more, the thing is like Twitch is like not part of our business. No. Is the thing. It's part of our communication, but like this is not, we are not going to generate any level of income that is useful to the company in any way by streaming. So we're not doing anything to try and maximize
honestly,
it
costs us money, but
yeah.
But it's honestly, it's a valuable, I think the value is twofold. One, it's an amazing chance to interact with you guys. And 2, it's an amazing chance to interact with you guys. So,
yeah.
No, I think the real-time feedback and excitement and ideas, and it's also a chance to test run. Like I get to try building out a thing, try doing a thing, like just sort of see how it actually works, like live. Like I don't know, show you guys a little bit of what's going on here. I think there's plenty of value beyond the money. But speaking of money, are we going to give people some money?
We're going to give people a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card.
Woo!
Well, one person.
Who's it going to be?
Roughly an hour into the stream. It's going to be whoever types the word of the day into the chat the fastest. No, it's randomly selected. It doesn't matter how quickly you do it.
Can you imagine if that was the thing? Like,
it would be easier, I guess, because I would literally just see who typed it in first. I guess it would be a faster way of doing it. But it's less, it's less fun that way. So, roughly an hour into the stream, we'll give the word of the day or whatever. And then everybody types it in, and that'll be it.
Tome Crone, indeed, we forgot the frosty beverages again. It's once again the byproduct of this being like the sort of the cherry on top of the day is it often gets left to last. We don't have everything prepped. Also, feel free to hop in the chat. Like if this is your first time, we'd love to hear from you. Obviously, we want to hear from everybody. You're welcome to lurk. But also you're more than welcome to pop in. You don't have to be a regular or know anything at all to pop in the chat. Like we love to hear from you, hear your perspective, hear your ideas. Just be nice because man, we have a really cool community here. We want to keep it that way. Keep everything friendly and fun and ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we got some beverages now. We are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're all set.
Should we
go to the news?
Is there anything else we need to tell people before they buckle up for a long? We got a lot of news.
I think it's really just the news. I think that's the big deal.
Because we're out for
good amount of news.
Do it.
All right, let's get out of here.
It's the news. It's the news. Hey, Chris.
What?
What's in the news?
Well, do you hear the World Cup's happening?
I heard we lost.
There's a lot of stuff in the news that I think we can't talk about. Okay. For us, God, what is the most exciting thing to start with? Let's go ahead and start with something that a lot of you may not have heard yet. We're having a reserve release next week.
When?
Tuesday.
Woo!
Tuesday at noon U.S. Eastern Time. It's the regular time we do restocks and the like.
So what's the reserve release?
Reserve release is so we're always holding on to. We've always got a little bit of a lot of things that are being held on to for replacements, or just in case we need something. Also, sometimes we find stuff that we didn't realize we had.
Eric goes to the warehouse and pulls a pallet and discovers a secret supply of Valorian coins.
Yeah, we've been in business for a long time, and for a lot of those years, things were really chaotic, and so we are still working through some of the results of that chaos.
It's still chaotic.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see.
Well, there's a method to the madness now. It's the difference.
Yes.
Yeah. It's still madness, but there's a method.
Yeah, we have a way better grasp on what's happening with our stuff most of the time now.
Like ancient resin sets. Yeah, there were a few resin sets on Earth.
Yeah, there's some resin in there. There's some jade ancient pillars in there.
Woo!
There's some pre-packaged. So we a couple campaigns ago we moved over to our big reward bundle pledges being made up of component sets. Oh. And so when they're on the web store, what we would do is instead of selling them as one big box where it all has to be together, we just make bundles that take those component sets and put them together. It's a lot easier on our stock and all that. However, for the actual campaigns, it's easier for the factory to actually pre-box those. So we would have a couple of those left over for replacements and the like. And so there's a couple of those pre-packaged bundles in this as well, because it's well, we don't really need to hold on to these because we have all the component sets.
Let them go.
But yeah, so we're releasing those.
And a bunch of individual pieces.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a hodgepodge, right? It's all over the place.
Yes. I think there's over 500 things.
That's madness.
Altogether. And the thing with the reserve release is this is not, we haven't ordered a restock. So this is, there's only a handful of everything that's there. Some of these things, a lot of the bundles only have one or two. There's only one or two of them. So we don't expect this stuff to last very long. It's basically just, well, we've got this stuff. It's taking up space in the warehouse. We may as well put it out there. So we expect a lot of it to go pretty quickly. So please don't get mad if you don't get it. Most of that stuff will be coming back in some form or other, except for things like the resin or the jade ancient pillars, in which case you have every right to yell at me if you don't get it.
You should always just yell at Chris. I mean, that's just a good
they do.
baseline.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it's also a reminder to back the crowdfunding campaigns. If you're bummed about missing out on anything, it's the crowdfunding campaigns are the time. That's the only time that everything is available in that whatever the thing we're doing at the time. So that's the time to get. Obviously, you can't go back in time for some of this. Stuff,
Marvin needs you to give him a stream pick.
Oh, our what's
Discord
his secret name? Moonlight Wavings.
Yeah, I think our Discord announcement didn't go out. Did it not go out?
Does anybody know we're live?
I know it went out. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Got it.
So Drago said, "Don't tell anybody what's in there."
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't remember if I tried. Well, I guess I did say a couple things. There's a lot more. If you want a sneak peek of what's going to be coming out, I guess check our socials in a couple minutes because Nate's taking a photo with it off camera.
Won't show too much, but
he's not showing too much. But we're gonna get some beans tonight. Yeah, so that reserve release that's happening next Tuesday at noon U.S. Eastern Time. If you want to get stuff out of there, go through, get a wish list. We recommend only trying to get one or two things at a time because if you try to push through with a bunch of stuff and one of those things is sold out, you have to go back and do the card over again. It's a mess. So just try to focus on one or two small things at first, like your favorite thing. If you want to try and ensure that you get it quickly. Unfortunately, we can't do any pre-sale. There's only so much we can do when it comes to how little stock we have of some of this. But yeah. Wish list can be difficult as well. If you want to, it's better to be on the page for the one thing that you really want. it updates there more quickly than it does on the wish list. But yeah, that's how it is. I wish there was a better way of doing it, but it's basically either this or we just don't release them.
Well, better to get some out into people's hands than ever. Like it's doing no good in sitting in the warehouse.
Yeah, the best we can do outside of that is we're trying to do these Reforge campaigns and stuff to just get all of our stuff out there, so that it's just there's less chase pieces. But yeah, okay.
Count's Castle's cool.
Yeah. While you're on the website, we have another update. You might notice, we've got a new site layout. Some of you were seeing it. Some of you may have been seeing it for some time before. We were A/B testing it for a bit and just seeing if it was messing with anybody. But it seemed like it was going well. So we've got a new kind of more modern menu system for the website. If you run into any issues with it, please point them out on the suggestions channel on the Discord, or tell us in some capacity. I guess you can contact customer support as well, but suggestions is probably gonna be the easiest way to do it. That's basically it. We're trying to make the site more functional, easy to browse, make it easier to just kind of find all the stuff that's on there. Our previous menu was getting a bit too long to function well. So
the hard part is we are generating new stuff significantly faster than we are updating the site. So like, by the time we get something updated, we're already, we're already a year and a half down the line of new stuff that's ported and buried the incremental improvements under that. It's like it is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Noir made it.
Yeah.
A cage fight to win your favorite set. Let's
see.
That can be exciting. So noon, show up at noon, get the one set you want, and then you can show up and see if anything's left.
Yeah, see what else is left there. Most things are going to go pretty fast. I'm going to go back to the old version. New things are scary. Sorry. I don't think we can go back. I mean, we probably can, but I don't think they want to.
What's the old version?
The old version of the website.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's destroyed. We burned it in a fire.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do this. We're going to be at Gen Con in, I think, 3 weeks now at this point. 3 weeks.
That's too soon.
It's way too soon. I think 3 weeks in a day, I think, is the first day of Gen Con. Yeah, because it's Wednesday now.
Yeah.
So I think,
so Thursday, I think 3 weeks from tomorrow.
I think Thursday the 30th is the first day. It's weird. It feels like it's happening earlier this year, and I guess it kind of is. It's happening end of July instead of beginning of August. But yeah, that felt like it really snuck up on us.
Yes.
They were going to be there. We're going to be at our usual booth up at the front of the floor. We're going to have a ton of Perilous Frontier stuff. We're going to have...
you'll see Perilous. First time to see Perilous out in the wild.
Yeah. A lot of stuff. We are going to be at PAX Unplugged, yes. We're going to be doing that as well.
Reforged stuff. We have a bunch of Cavern Reforged showcase there. So you can see that.
Right. Because we got the Pledge Manager open for that, which is another thing we'll talk about later.
Yeah. So people can see a bunch of that stuff.
PAX Unplugged. The 3 cons that we're like pretty much always going to do are Adepticon, Gen Con, PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
UK,
that's like the rock solid.
UK we are cutting back on it a bit just because of...
If we could sell more, if we had a better stream to sell stuff in Europe, it would make more sense. It's really hard. It's a hard sell.
Yeah.
When the shipping is murder.
Yeah, we were trying to go trying to go overseas more, but we're cutting back on it.
It was a great con.
Yeah.
And Rick will be running a booth for us at Spiel.
Mm-hmm. And then let's do this, and then we'll go into like the more substantial last bits of news for us.
Whatever this is, sounds good.
So
smuggle it to the venue.
Two groups of our friends. Westphalia Miniatures and Limithron, the people behind Pirate Borg, they're doing a little collab campaign. Westphalia is making Pirate Borg miniatures. Westphalia has always made just very high quality miniatures.
Yes.
Very cool little team there. And then Pirate Borg is also just a really beautiful... Obviously, it's a Mork Borg clone, but they've really done a lot to make it kind of unique and stand out. And the book is... Like, the rule book for Pirate Borg is gorgeous. Phenomenal pirate-themed experience. And I'm glad they're getting minis for it. So that's happening.
And cool, characterful. I haven't seen him yet, but I'm assuming based on Boris' past work, it's gonna be amazingly characterful
I'll flash him up on
minis.
the.
Like, yeah. He sculpted a few bits for us: the Skisraisa and the Venom Spitter, Lizard Folk, the Howling Devil statue, um,
The swashbuckler is
the
phenomenal.
Feral Blink Dog. Or did Drew do that? No, I think he did that.
Yeah, they did.
And he did a race that we never made. Yeah.
They've got a lot of character. They're very cool poses.
Wow,
yeah.
Look at that zealot.
Yeah. They're all sick. Very cool.
So fun.
Yeah. So check them out if you like pirate stuff. Yeah. Campaign just went live. It's doing pretty well. I'm gonna be back when I have time to look at it. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna back it. Yeah. And then outside of that, so this is to Caverns Reforged first.
Yeah.
The Pledge Manager is live for Caverns Reforged.
As of like 7 hours ago.
Yeah, launched earlier today. We added a couple things to it, just based on feedback. We did 2 new compositions that we are then also going to support in the store going forward because we're like, yeah, like these are good additions. One of them is a 3-pack of just the freestanding LED walls, the short LED walls, along with 3 floors to put them on. People are also saying they want flat floors, and it's like, well, here's a chance to kind of get some more of those out there potentially.
Well, if it didn't have floors, then you're eating up even more floors. So you already have a flat floor problem. So we're complete. What was the other pack?
What was the other new pack? Oh, the riser pack.
Woo!
The Cavern risers were weirdly hard to get, and they're really good scatter pieces. And Caverns is kind of missing a lot of good scatter packs. So, a pack that is 3 of one of the risers, 2 of the other riser, and then a pointy stalagmite. It lets you. It's kind of like a smaller version of the Mountain Rock scatter pack. That was the inspiration for it. It lets you make mounds and kind of like cap them off.
Group stuff together.
Yeah.
For meaningful height.
Yeah. Very flexible. What am I thinking? They're very flexible.
It's just a great bunch of bits
pieces
that you're gonna throw everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they're
Let you do elevation changes very easily. So that's there. We also added, I think, 3 sets from the store in there. We added the trifecta pack, just because they were all well in stock, and since we have the cliffs in here, people were talking about wanting to see the trifecta, so we just included them for convenience. Kind of help us sell through the stock that's there. We added the dock pack because that needs to be restocked anyways, and with the banks in the campaign, and we've had a lot of requests for the dock pack anyways. So
it was
it's like, let's just do it
Caverns Deep originally, so it's like Caverns adjacent because it was born with the Caverns.
Yeah. So we're putting that in there. And then we're also putting the Lizard Folk pack in there because, it's actually 4 sets.
And the Natural Bridge, right?
Natural Bridge. Because Ice was out of stock. So we were like, we may as well, we need to reorder that anyways. So we put that in all paint schemes. And then we added the Lizard Folk clan because like we have all the other lizards. It was like the original Caverns had that pack of lizards, and then Caverns Deep had the specialty lizards. So we're like, let's just put them all together, put the whole family together.
It's it's over the years we've moved a lot of that. That set has moved. Like it's been a great. It's a
really good value.
We've restocked it a number of times. Well, having a bunch of already painted like NPC lizard folk ready to go. Is great. And then
that are visually distinct from each other as well. Yeah.
And you have Skisraisa to be a leader, and you have the Venom Spitter to throw in there. Like you have, it's just like, it's a great, it's great for DMs, right?
Yes. So, yeah.
And a couple individual pieces.
Two individual pieces. There were 2 pieces in particular that we had a lot of. We had several pieces that people were like, I'd get like 10 of these if I could. Due to just like the way that molds were, and also just kind of like looking at what was like new. We settled on the mine entrance door and the cave-in rubble like freestanding wall because those hadn't been printed in so long, and it's a thing where we were like, we don't think they need to be in more packs, but it was mostly that they hadn't been in print in so long that a lot of people just didn't have them, and if they didn't want to get the pieces that they were grouped with, because they were in packs that we think make a lot of sense for them, but they were grouped with some things that were easy for people to get. So this is just a chance to get as many of those as you want to kind of round out your collection, and then hopefully new people coming in won't really struggle with getting them because they're in packs that make sense.
And we wanted to try out, and it may be an absolute Pandora's box we're opening. We wanted to try out the idea of putting a few individual pieces in the pledge manager and see how that goes. See how it, on our end, fulfillment wise, how well it works. There's a lot to kind of mess with there, but it was trying to do it with a very constrained, because even 2 pieces is 8 listings. Because the 3 colors plus an unpainted for each one. So it's like, 8 listings just to add 2 pieces.
Yeah.
So we were trying it.
So, yeah, that's the stuff that we went with adding this time.
Yep. And this was all based on feedback from you guys, right?
Yeah.
People asking for a variety of stuff. And we can't do everything. We already probably do more packs than we should. But we're trying our best to get you access to the pieces that you want as easy as you can. But also always trying to set ourselves up for web store success down the line, right? Like what's going to be best for the product line beyond just this campaign, like actually thinking long term, like setting ourselves up to have stuff that works down the line, is restockable and yada yada yada. So hopefully that works. And we didn't put, there were pieces that are people asking that we didn't put in there. One of the drivers, these 2 pieces are like, nothing else does what they do. Like there's nothing else, the curved corner A, we've got 6 other corners, 5 other corners. Diagonal. Like, there are pieces, there are other pieces that people want, but everything is already in packs, and there's stuff that does those things already. There's nothing that does exactly what the mine entrance does, nor the cave-in piece. So it's made sense.
Yeah. Can you show the pieces? Yeah, go.
That requires finding them.
Yeah, go get them. What else does what the necrotic tendril does?
Oh, the reason that you want to tell them about that one, the mold.
Oh yeah, the thing with the necrotic tendril. So probably what we're gonna do is I think we're probably gonna have individual pieces of all of them in the web store stock. Because the thing is, the way that the minis are arranged in molds, making any one miniature means that you're making 3 or 4 other miniatures along with it.
Or more for some of the small guys. Like I think that Lizard Folk clan is all in one mold.
Yeah, so we're already kind of just dealing with having, like, I don't know. It's the miniatures are a mess. Generally, like the compositions that we ended up doing for the miniatures in like the miniature packs, we're done because of the way that the molds are laid out. Because some of them also have like multiple. Is the frame rate low? Or are you just holding it? Frame rate's good. I don't know what it's about. Okay.
So that's the mine entrance. This is the cave-in, the rocky cave-in. Yeah, it would have been really cool to make a cool necrotic tendril 4-pack or whatever. Yeah. Like I love that piece, but it's like it is literally locked in with 4 other minis or something. It's just a mess. Like there was no efficient way to do it.
Yeah. Pledge manager, we have August 19th.
Something like
18th?
that?
It's 18th to 19th. Which one's a
what
Friday
day of the
or
week
whatever?
is that?
18th is a Tuesday, 19th a Wednesday. I think it's probably the 19th then.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah. So if you've got questions, shoot them up on Discord or on here, or you can throw them in the comments on the page. Hopefully you can find everything you're looking for. Get what you need. Hey, Rabbit's here.
Let's see what else.
And you will notice like the pricing on the individual pieces is relatively high. It's always more efficient for us to do stuff in groups and in bulk, right? And just like the picking and packing, right? It's the same. You're paying $1 at the warehouse every time someone has to touch a thing, and whether or not it's this or it's a giant Heart of the Wildlands Untamed or whatever, it's the same bit. So like individual pieces are always going to be pricier than when you buy stuff in a bundle.
Yeah,
but it's a way to snipe in and get just those things you're looking for.
Yeah, we try to do it when we can, but there's only so much you can do sometimes.
Yeah.
Cool. I think the last thing we have is for Dungeons Reforged. Cities Reforged. Let's do that first.
Oh man,
there's Cities Reforged.
It keeps going. You weren't kidding. We had a lot of.
We have a lot of stuff. Cities Reforged is on the water.
Woo!
The first one has been on the way for a bit. The second one, I think, is supposed to leave imminently
this week,
something like that. The tough thing is like we hear about it like a while after it's happened. Did that just change?
Something just flickered. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah,
So,
like
yeah.
something happened.
Kodiak.
Yeah, Cities Reforged is on the way. Given when it left, we think we're probably gonna start fulfillment late August or early September.
It's gonna be early September, realistically. Like
Yeah,
it's
continuing to
is
change.
it flickering again?
It just changed behind it. I think it's like straight up changing.
It's amazing. Sometimes it's got Bluetooth, so sometimes somebody in another room through the floor like does something and it triggers it. The reality is, right, that first container is gonna land. I think it's gonna get here by the time like Eric is the person inspecting it, and he's at Gen Con, so like by the time he's actually inspecting it, we're already gonna be halfway through August, and then the second container shows up, whatever. Like I think he's gonna be done with inspection, but tail end of August, realistically, and then we start shipping. I bet Labor Day weekend, like the week after Labor Day, like when school starts, will probably be when we're shipping. Is my guess. Maybe something will go somehow miraculously faster, but I don't know. I also didn't think we were gonna be shipping until actually I said it's September, didn't I? Wow. The shipping theoretically happened faster than I thought, but then of course it got delayed, so back to slower again. So
you just never know what's gonna happen until it's here, basically.
no, because it's still got to get off the ship and get through customs, and then it has to get received at the warehouse, and then we get to inspect it after they do all their stuff, and like it is a whole thing. But
yeah,
it's happening. It's moving.
It is happening.
Maybe there'll be some lucky smoke test for 20 people will get something shipped like the last day of August, but I would expect shipping en masse to start in early September is my guess.
Yeah, because we always do a small smoke test first and just make sure that everything goes through for a couple people before we do it en masse. Okay, last thing. Going all the way back. Dungeons Reforged.
Woo!
We had been working on the Sinister Marble situation in the background, and we're at a point where we've got samples of everything back.
Replacements.
Yeah. And so this is kind of a last call situation. We've been talking about this for a while. We've been asking people to, not call in, but to contact customer support and let them know if they were affected and wanted to get replacements for the large floors. Or I guess either of the floors. Large floors or the daises.
If you've got a problem, write into customer support if yours looked funny.
Yes.
We had some challenge with some of them matching the rest of the floors. So these now match the rest of the floors, and the color is bright, and you can see it. And look how delightful.
Yeah, it is much, much closer to what we had initially asked for.
Yeah. Okay, see on there. Yeah. So these are factory finished straight in, like right. We got a little label and everything. So this is what they will look like. Yay, QC.
Yeah. So we got to put the order in soon. If you haven't contacted customer support and gotten on the list,
email.
Make sure you do. Yes. So we haven't been putting these in the store because we wanted to get this figured out first. So once these arrive, they'll actually get to go in the store.
So production has begun for the revised samples, but it's still I don't know what our timeline is. Several months. Because it all has to get made and then shipped, and then sorted out.
Yeah.
But it's your last call. Like if you've got perilous problems, if you've got sinister problems, email customer support to get on the replacements list.
Drubicorn, they're just replacing these pieces because these are the ones that weren't. These are the ones that were off. So what these changes are to do is to get them to match the other daises and floors, basically.
Yes.
What you doing with the badly painted ones? Oh, you can keep them.
Yeah.
You can keep them. When we say replacements, we're not saying you got.
No, you don't ever have to send stuff back.
Yeah. It's not you got to send yours back and then we'll send you these. Like you can keep the other ones. But yeah. So whatever you want to do with them.
We always do the best of the surplus of off-painted.
Oh, are we gonna do the thing we did with like the crenellations where you get
the original plus the busted.
Yeah, are we doing that? We need to talk to Jay and
I don't
figure
know.
out if
That's a very good question, Paul.
Yeah, it might be that, you actually get 2 of the pack until we get through those. Customer support is just customer support at dwarvenforge.com. Zara. I'm just doing the first part. Something to you instead? Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You could also do that.
Do what? Send them to me.
Just send them to
me. Everybody send your stuff to Night of the Phoenix.
Sell them for less and we can repaint them. God, that sounds so much more complicated. Treat them as unpainted. I don't know. Well, let's talk to Jay, because I don't know if it's gonna make it more. I think the least complicated thing is just to, like.
You will paint everything in green marble.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what the.
Jay. I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen. The way we've usually done this in the past was you'd order the set and it would come with a replacement pack.
Yep.
That had the fixed pieces in it.
We'd leave the original pack as is with any off pieces in there, and you get a replacement pack. So it was like a really good value, particularly like those crenellations that were all screwed up and stuff.
Yeah, because in this situation too, like some of these like the 2x2 Deus platform, I believe is in packs with pieces that are fine and don't need to be replaced. So you would get a replacement pack just for the 2x2 platform, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't
know. They're
a good question for customer support.
Yeah. So yeah.
But it's nice to finally have a solution with results we're happy with, so we can get that cooking. Because I know it's been a while. You guys have been patient. It's been a long wait.
Can you show the comparison between the bad ones and the replacement ones?
That means finding.
Where are they?
Let me see if they're
not all being used right now, probably.
I don't know if they got pulled out of the archive or.
True, we might have actually gotten. I don't think we would have thrown them away, but we might have taken them out of the. Archive. We'll go find them. He's wrestling, so it's happening. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get the we'll bring that up to Jay and figure out just exactly what he's planning to do with the store release. Currently at this point, you didn't miss us showing it. I think he just didn't think about doing that. Ugh. Took a while, but it really is good. Yeah. And there's gonna be the thing with hand painting. There's always gonna be. I think it's never gonna be like a perfect 100%.
There will always be variance because there's humans involved.
Yeah, but it's much closer than what we were dealing with before.
This is the old, showing how the floors. It's hard to even see on this camera.
It also depends on lighting too.
Yeah, but it's like there's a kind of feels milkier, and it doesn't have the same darkness versus the new guy, which actually lines up. You can see the difference. Yeah, it's hard to see.
It's hard to tell with the lights.
To the human eye, very, very.
Okay, so it's easier at that angle. You can see.
Yeah, this is the new, but yeah, it lines up. It matches. The floors actually match now, so you can actually build in line, which is really is kind of the goal. Hang on, I don't want to mess up. Okay, this is the good. Yeah, no, I know. And you can sort of see in the same with this. The top of this was the old. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can sort of see the difference. Right, there's sort of a milkiness on here that doesn't match the rest, and you can see now they're better saturation on the blue. It's darker, it lines up. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long journey, but we are there. Oh, and we got a better the neon green wasn't lining up right, but now it's right there. We got the acid green is lining up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as evil. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow? ? All right. So that's cooking. So once again, if you got some sinister problems, so and this is just overall. If you have problems with anything you get from us, please email customer support. Let us know what's going on. We'll do our best to make it right. We can't always fix every single thing in the world, and there's a lot of there's a lot of variance involved in whatever. But we will do our best to make right whatever we can.
I have to get a Dungeons Reforged update out.
Yeah.
Actually. We're gonna have to hit the game pound about it too.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get all the right. I do not want to mix the old. We only have one of each of these. You wonder where some of these problems come from. I don't know. It could be. I don't know where the source of the trouble could be. I don't know. The call coming from the building. Did I put it in the wrong place? Yeah, we have absolutely the best customer support team.
Yes, the LED freestanding walls, they have sockets on both sides of the wall.
Yes.
One of them is plain cavern, and one of them is like
Basalt.
a special basalt side. And so it has a two-way switch. You push the switch towards whichever side you're actually using. However, you can't have them both on at the same time. It's either routing to one outlet or the other.
Yeah, it's a cool feature that we've never correctly highlighted. Yeah.
How many individual Dwarven Forge piece SKUs are there, broadly speaking? Thousands.
I think it's 2,000 or something. We're close.
Yeah, because it's something like Lowtown had over 200.
Yep. Wildlands had close to 200. Original Dungeons was like 27, and then everything has been higher from that going up. Cities was about 100. I remember that being a big deal because we'd gone into like triple digits, and Jay was like freaking out because it was big. Like it was roofs and streets. It was like compared to, because that was the third Kickstarter. It had gone from like a bunch of 27 2x2s to suddenly like everything was floor. It's bigger than anyone's ever met, and like that looks quaint in retrospect. Yeah.
Can you believe we used to do a whole 100 pieces in a project? What's the investigation?
Cave Entrance LED is still in an investigation.
I thought
Detective
it was
27.
I thought it was fixed.
Did they sort it out? I thought they were going to the electronics factory to figure out what had changed. And...
I thought Jay said that the container, the first Cities Reforged container, also had the replacements for the cave entrance risers. So I thought that does
echo. You're right.
So
I guess I'd never heard what they had a fix.
I think it got fixed. So so part of a lot of this is we don't have like a factory. It is a series of factories that do different jobs. And so like with the cave entrance, it was a thing where it was like they had to go to like the electronics factory, like the one that actually does the wiring and stuff, and figure out because they were like,
because they didn't know either. Like CMS was like, it's been a tracking plan, but we're getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
apparently we got replacements already cooking. That's amazing.
So we did figure out what happened, like why the sinister stuff was mismatching, and that was why we were able to like get it fixed. And it was like part of the process was yes. We did figure it out. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if they ended up eating the cost or not. I have no idea on that.
They
part,
should
actually.
Yeah.
I actually don't know about that part. I just know that like part of it was that we're dealing with like multiple factories, and
Starforge 2. People are clamoring.
From us to database pieces by pulling pieces.df.com. Then they got rid of that database. We are.
That's cool.
We
have the new and improved database.
We're required to advise customer service. I would contact customer service if you have one of the faulty entrance risers as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I would contact them.
Anything faulty, even if you just have a question or you're confused about anything, email customer support. That is what we're here for. We can talk to a real human who will do their best to get to the bottom of it.
Putting a new config banner on the 4x8 terrain trays in the Caverns Reforged Pledge Manager to highlight the newness. Do they not have a Reforged tag?
I thought
The 4x8 should have a reforged tag.
there's a distinct possibility because there's a graphics made by real humans that we missed a.
Yeah, they have a reforged tag. Yeah. Is that a creepy zombie mummy crawling up behind Nate on that rock or no? No, I think it's just a phony.
Is there a creepy zombie here?
Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
just
it's
like
just the phony wind carving.
Yeah.
It's to get your triskaidekaphobia. No, your what's the whole triskaidekaphobia is fear of number 13. What's
it's like tryptophobia.
Tryptophobia.
Yeah. Fear of holes.
It's definitely a mummy zombie. I'll find out later when it
I do worry there are gonna be people who just like won't be able to look at the rocks in Perilous Frontiers.
Though, interestingly, like who's it? Vince Ventrella was a painter and streamer.
He has tryptophobia?
He has tryptophobia, and like some of the Warhammer models set him up, but he was still able to paint some or whatever, so he's like like the Nurgle stuff sometimes like gives him heebie-jeebies, but he said he was able to paint like the new batch of it or whatever, so like something about having control because he was painting it or something, so it didn't like
with the stuff that he has to paint, just being involved in those games, like there's a lot of weird. I was looking at we're getting Trench Crusade stuff kind of painted up and going over here, and so I was looking with Hamster. We need to get some of like the Fallen, some of the like hell aligned units going, and I was looking at the different factions, and one of them I think it's the Black Grail or something, is just I was looking at it and was like, we can't do photos of these sculpts, like they're so like these ones are so gross,
pushing the envelope,
like they're all like fly and mosquito themed and just like the grossest ways. And
part of what they said when they were making that is they're like they didn't think it was going to go anywhere, so like let's just go as far, like they didn't think the game was going to take off, so like let's just make the coolest, wildest, most out there, like let's just push the envelope and do what we want without worrying about it selling or whatever, and it like blew up, and they went nuts.
Yeah. That was the thing where I just like had to make a call of just like, we can't we can't put that on camera.
Yes, so he does awesome game design, Vince Ventrella.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He does a D&D podcast. He does a Warhammer podcast. He does weekly paint videos, and he does war game design podcast. So he's 3 podcasts a week, plus a YouTube video a week, plus a full-time job, plus his painting. It doesn't even make sense.
He's doing all that, and that's not even paying his bills.
And teaches classes at Adepticon and Gen Con and whatever. And I just like, how does that even add up? Boggles my mind.
That's wild. Damned Army Box from War Games Atlantic, $90 for all you can. 52 minis with artillery and heavy guns. What are we talking about? In a second.
Let's talk about Perilous. Speaking.
Yeah.
So did we finish all the news? Is this our longest news segment yet?
I think so.
7:43.
I think so.
All right. So are you buckled up? Is everybody ready? Do you have your bean goggles on that protects you from flying beans? It's safety gear, your seat belts and your padded armor. Do you have an AC down below 0 for old school? That was one of the weird things about old school D&D, like the idea that a lower armor class was better versus a higher. Like everything else wanted to be higher, but the lower armor class wanted to be lower. -10. Got his -5 shield. +5 shield gives you -5. Oh. All right, so Perilous Frontiers. This is our next campaign, which is going to be launching at the tail end of this year. A long-awaited, hopefully, campaign. We are traveling out into the wastelands, the harsh deserts, and the barren Arctic. So sand and snow. It is going to be our first big all-new Sculpts campaign since Starforged. Starforged was all-new Sculpts was kind of smallish. This is a much larger scale.
This is
so since Flowtown,
several times more pieces than Starforged.
about 3 times or something. So
Yeah,
4
more
times,
than
I don't
that, I think. Yeah.
know. So first preamble. Everything you are about to see, these are prototypes. Things may change between what you see here and what we launch with, and or what we end up shipping, because it is, it's a moving target. We're showing you behind the scenes as we're developing. Stuff tends to iterate. Some of the textures on these pieces are a little rough. Like some of these are not the highest quality prototypes. The color is right. It's not going to be, the images here are necessarily color accurate, and I think those are the main key caveats. Like, it's prototypes, so take everything with sometimes it's a little rough. It's not as bad as some of our prototypes, like the remember the Wildlands rods and like.
Oh God. Because
Polystone with the
that's the
acrylic.
thing. All the terrain was polystones. It was the most rigid possible
Yes.
thing, and then we were putting acrylic rods into it and needing it to pressure fit.
We
were
but there was no
acrylic.
breathing room. It was like, yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah. But anyway, so these are very good prototypes in the grand scheme of some of our prototypes. Like, we've had some stuff that was way off, but still it is prototypes. And we welcome your feedback, but also remember, we can't change everything, and not everything is going to be for everybody, right? If you make something that's for everybody, it's going to suck.
Sometimes
right?
you're wrong.
Yeah. So you may not love everything, but there it is. I don't know. Are there any other important, not any other important preambles? Looking at stuff. So, yeah, if you can't hate it, it won't be loved either. There you go. Long, too much disclaimer. Okay, so we're going to start with I'm going to assume that you've never seen anything, even though many of you have seen some of this or all of this. But there's definitely going to be stuff in here that you have not seen. So
yeah.
So keep your eyes on the screen here.
So to start off, what is Dwarven Forge?
Oof. Dwarvenite.
Yeah.
So we've got to start. Our base, our general layer base scale is 6x6. This is a 6x6 sand floor. You will note we've got biscuit slots in here. We'll talk about a little of those later. Oh boy.
I'm trying to find like a. That's closer.
It's closer. It's more purple. Yeah, it's closer. It's good. Leave it there. I'm saying my skin is definitely not that color, so but this looks closer on that screen to what's here. That's pretty close. Yeah. Well, I know something is weird because it's purple, but whatever. It's weird. It's close enough. Yeah, we'll get some photos for Robindos. So we will, in many cases, we are going to be able to use the same sculpt for both sand and snow. So in this case, this is the exact same sculpt with 2 paint schemes. I think I have the same alignment. No, let's see. This divot. Yeah. All right, there you go. Same alignment. And this, in general, I'm gonna favor the sand because the snow blows out the camera a little more. So anyway, in many cases, we will be using the same sculpts for 2 paint schemes. But obviously, there will be certain things like, I don't know, ice, that will only appear in 1 paint scheme or the other. So our base pieces are sort of 6x6. However, we did not do in Wildlands. We broke the half increment of 6 inches was 3 inches. We had 3x3s. We are not doing. We've decided that half of 6 is now 2. So we are going to we're doing 2x2s and 2x6s. Rather than 3x3s, because 2-inch increments work with other stuff. Like if you're trying to integrate city builder pieces, for instance, 2 inches is much easier to integrate than the 3 inches. Required a lot more fiddly 2x1s and 1x2s. So 6 inches for the big guys, then 2x6s and 2x2s for small guys. But of course, we immediately violate that rule with we have some character floors that are 4x4. But 4x4 plus a couple of a 2x6 and some 2x2s gets you back to 6 if you need to be there. So we've got the general floor collection. It's 6x6, 2x6, 2x2s. We have 2 character floors, and then we have a couple of fiddly. We have a 1x2 and a 1x1. But I didn't grab those because I forgot to. Because I was grabbing all the stuff for this pushing. All right, so we have, this is the, I forgot the, no, we'll get there. This is the rocky floor. It has a hole, goes all the way through it. It'll have a little texture patch that'll go with it if you want to pop under there, as well as there's a variety of rocks that pop on top of that. And what is fun is we have a little pole accessory hole in there, so you can pop some plants into there. Very dark sunny, right? And with a fun bit, I got it. Oh, we're here. I got it. I'm sure I forgot to grab this thing.
Kitchen garbage disposal, Final Destination vibes.
Yeah. Oh, Final Destination series. Ridiculous. So what's fun is, so the spacing on this hole was driven by what will set the hoist up so that you could drop the hook down into the hole, which is kind of funny. Yes, so this is a thorn plume. This is one of the many fantasy plants that we put together for this. So there will be a nice run of new plants. This guy's little pole accessory, but in theory, is it probably hooks you in as you go by. Like, it's like a super burrs. I was fascinated by burrs as a kid. Right, these things you'd run around in the fields and suddenly you'd have these like things stuck to you. Like, how the heck did that happen? As well as this is called, Cassia, the geometric. It's geometric. It's not a rock rose. Something like Cassia. I don't know. Eli. Yeah, I'm working on memorizing all the names, but it's, yeah, because we have a separate piece that's just that little guy on it. But anyway, so we've got the rocky floor, which is kind of fun, and lets you is a hint of a transition down with a school of a sinkhole, and then we have the big old sinkhole floor, which is a very significant, right? It's a 2-inch diameter hole here, which transitions very nicely into caverns, right? If you want to put a caverns dead end passage underneath there and passages wherever. This is a fantastic passage down to caverns, to dungeons, to your basement, to whatever and whatnot. And then it's got a lid. Where is it? I think it fits there. Yeah, we're working on get the fitting perfect, but it'll have a lid, which for some reason is glossy. I don't know. And then the bottom of the lid has a little water pool, so then you can use it as some cool scatter for creating a mini little oasis, a little bit of hope. Yeah, something bulged out on the bottom here. We will sort it. Oh, it's cracking.
Happens.
The piece is cracking off. Oh, you hear that? Like,
that's the thing with these old prototypes.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are our key floors. You can also, there obviously will be there'll be Arctic versions of all of said floors as well. Boop. All right, and then we have one. Oh, and it's important to note, like, we will have we'll have the anchor magnets. The bottoms will be something like this, right? Anchor magnets on the bottoms as well. Although there are no teardrop holes in here. There is a Finley. There is a you can. So here's a really fun. So if anybody that has the fogger, this hole lines up. So you know how the fogger nozzle is off center on the 4x4. This hole lines up exactly with where the nozzle on the 4x4 on the fogger is. So if you put this right above the fogger, this hole lines up perfectly with the fogger nozzle, so you can spray some fog up through there if you want. And then we have one more fancy old floor. Are you ready for this? So this is the geyser floor. Geyser. So this guy is much like the hole knoll from Wildlands, right? 6x6 elevated guy with these cool natural springs. If anybody's been to like Yellowstone or the like, inspired by those cascading natural springs, it will have a, imagine if you will, right? This is a mountain jumpy stone with a piece of paper on it as a proxy. But there we have a little spout guy that goes on the top there to cover this up, if you'd like, or you can freestand it wherever you want. That sculpt is in the other room. We will have it shortly. But this will take your fogger, your light puck. So it'll be a vehicle for special effects, as well as just a cool standalone character floor, as is. And it's got a whole bunch of pull accessory holes in it too, and it's going to come with the tropical version of the Thorn Plume. So same sculpt. So similar to Tudor Village, where we'd had the same sculpt in a couple of paint schemes. We'll have the same thing, the Thorn Plume here in the tropical scheme. So this is now where there's moisture. Now you get instead of the dry, desiccated Thorn Plumes, you have the bright tropical ones. Who just said? Somebody said Starforged. Yes, it's this is a lot of this stuff is going to work really well with Starforged, and there was definitely, a number of times through they were like, oh yeah, this is going to look so good. Like it's like a lot of the fantasy stuff works fantastic for sci-fi as well. It's Baby Yoda colored, totally. All right, so those are the general floor pieces we are working with. Any questions there?
Is the sludge translucent?
No, it is not. It is opaque.
Will the plants come as separate packs as well?
There will be a bunch of ways to get thorn plumes for sure. Yes, but they will be scattered. They will be scattered in with some of these bits, right? The one will come with your one will come with this floor, and a couple will come with this floor. They will be scattered about, but there will be some dedicated plant packs. Oh yeah, this guy has a this guy's a pull accessory hole too. Right there. Boop. It doesn't look like a finished sculpt. What looks unfinished? Yeah, it is very finished and quite gorgeous. This there's a lot of birds around this. I just drilled this hole out with a Forstner bit, and there's some birds around it. So this hole is not the engineered hole. Like this doesn't have any of the engineering. It doesn't have the biscuits. It doesn't have the cutout for the fogger that fits and whatnot. But the sculpt is definitely it's got all its wonderful staggering detail and the like a golf course, totally.
Oh, those are like different greens. Not greens, but just different holes.
Yeah, it totally look good on top of the Heroscape. The Heroscape hexagons? What is that even?
I think he's talking about the
flat. Oh, because they're like featureless or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of texture on here. Yeah. It's a pretty guy. Maybe not the high, maybe this was an early faster print, so it's not as quite high quality. Banks. Oh, I forgot the hold. Please stand by. Oh, Kobe. Hell yeah.
Take a Forstner bit to it. Oh, a lot of you guys know power tools more than I do.
All right. So, in addition to floors, we have banks. So we have a bunch of new terrain trays, right? For instance, we have this is the Oasis water. This is, I don't remember what it was, Arctic, the Abyss. No, the one without the edges of the Abyss. I can't remember what we called it, but yeah, icy cold water thing, and desert Oasis water. So we have a series of banks, very similar to the grass banks from Cities Reforged. Same profile as the rest of our banks. And we are working in, so these guys are on generally on 2 inches and 4 inch increments. Again, thinking about compatibility with like city builder buildings, right? If you want to wrap, have some snowbanks or sandbanks or stuff around your buildings to sort of put them in an environment and the like. So we've got the short straight, the full straight, the convex, which is, we have often in the past, we've done a convex curve that has a 2x2 cutout on it. In this case, we wanted it to run a little more diagonal. So we could you could kind of double as a corner or a diagonal. And so, where's my tool? Which means you couldn't do the cutout because you can sort of see if right, if you cut out a 2x2 out of there, you have no material left in the middle. So, but we have the little guy. And that, if you want to do the cutout, you can do the little guy with 2 short straights, and boom, you get the same effect. So we have a short straight, a long straight, a big concave, a little big convex, little convex, big concave, little concave, and then a pair of swells. And we use the swell when anything that is taking you from a straight run and offsetting you by 1 increment that you're working with. So in this case, we're offsetting by 2 inches this direction. So if you're doing a straight run, you can then you knock everything up 2 inches, right? And then you can use the other swell to go back down and the like. So be it swell walls or swell banks, like they give you a nice variance in your straight. And you can do, right, you don't need to use anything else. You can just use them in a long straight run to kind of break up the straight and continue the straight. So that's the banks family. They are designed, obviously, to work with our negative space bits. You can also use them to just go up, right, if you want to build on, right, you want to build on some sand, then you want to have a building, or you want to have something, and you can just sort of have, go up 1 level, 1 floor height. Also really good for transitions, right? If you wanted to go from, or if it's particularly with snow, right? If you wanted to have like dry ground and then you have snow kind of covering it down, like it's a very good way to transition from A to B. What was I going to show? So, and then we have everything in snow as well as in sand. You get all your building options. Put you there. Where's my concave? Yeah, so you'll be able to make some lots of like, I feel like this is such a great workhorse because it's letting you do negative space, it's letting you transition to other biomes, and it's letting you sort of build up banks of it. So like banks, can't recommend banks enough. Anybody that's been doing a bunch of building, yeah, get your banks, get them while they're hot. Any questions on banks?
First off,
storage.
before you type in your questions, if you want a chance to win a $50
Woo!
Dwarven Forge gift card,
Oh boy.
go ahead and type holes in the chat.
Holes. That's gonna blow up
the
all the
theme of the set. Yeah. Well, you'll see the snow paint as well, Outlander.
I didn't grab any banks in snow.
But yeah,
I gotta stop down the camera to go jump back and forth between the two.
Yeah,
We'll culminate in a snow build at the end, so we'll get to see the whole sausage.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of just the pieces of the sausage. Is that how they make sausage? The pieces?
You're missing the sausage for the links. You're missing.
Yeah, as they say. You know.
I don't know.
You know what I didn't show? Speaking of negative space, I was going to do this before I put anything else on the table, and that didn't pan out. Whoa, check this guy out. We got. This is kind of exciting. So this is a new. So in addition to terrain trays, we got ourselves something new.
What you know about holes? It's a phenomenal book and film. Oh, hey, we're talking about these. Okay.
We got we can do battle mats.
You can't see almost any of that.
I know it doesn't. Are we zoom? Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's the table's not big enough anyway. So we have Hey, we got a first time chatter. Welcome. We have a 3x3 desert and a 3x3 Arctic. So we're gonna have two battle mats in here, so you can do some quick builds that should look really neat. So, for instance, this is a great example.
It is neoprene, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to be the texture matte texture. This is for solid ground.
Flexible neoprene with a case. Nice roll up. Yeah. It puts a lotion on its map. 3x3 is a big boy. Well, the theory was you can do 2x2s pretty easily with some terrain trays, whatever, but starting to go beyond 2x2 with terrain trays starts getting fiddly, whereas this is just like, boom, you slam those down. Yeah, you can do two of these for your Star Wars Legion.
People are asking for a gridded option. Since this doesn't have to be stretched over...
I mean, metal? Theoretically, there could be a, yeah.
Like, would it actually be easier to provide a gridded option with these?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're not stretching them?
Yeah, same
with
the, yeah, we
do
could.
that then.
That's not nuts.
No. Some may say it's even a good idea.
Yeah, might even be a good idea. So we have a dune system, and it's a great place to show off the dunes here.
Just in time for the trilogy to end.
All right, we got. Where do we start? So dunes, similar to the floors, working with 6-inch increments and 2-inch increments. So we've got a straight. They are 2 inches high and 3.5 inches long, which was, so one of the challenges was trying to find the right pitch, right? How steep? Hey, pitch is perfect because it's the World Cup, right? That's where the soccer pitch or football pitch, as it were. Sorry, Rabbit.
I like that you put the emphasis on world, and you were like, it's the World Cup and not the World Cup.
No, it's the World Cup. Like, it's the whole world versus like the World Series, which is just a series. Like,
it's not like the other cups that they do.
Yeah, like the America's Cup.
Yeah.
The Ryder Cup, the Daytona 500 Cup. So we're 2 inches high, 3.5 inches long, gives us the right slope. And we have these in. I didn't grab the. Well, we've seen them in the thing. I didn't grab the snow versions, but we got straights. We've got the convex. We've got the big old concave. We have the. I did not grab the saddle. I grabbed the stick. We have the pointy convex, which is one of my favorites. The whole line. We have. Do we get it? We have a saddle and a ridge.
Tiny details like pyramid set. We're not planning on doing anything in a different scale. So yeah, we're not planning on doing any like tiny terrain for like a 10mm games or anything. Canadian team to play the World Series. Isn't there two? Toronto and Montreal. Oh no, Montreal's different. The Expos got sold.
I
Right?
grabbed a couple.
They're not Montreal anymore.
No.
They're Washington now. Expos got sold. Right. Okay.
We have the saddle, which is kind of a fun dip, and then the opposite, which is the ridge, which goes up nice and high.
Montreal moved like 20 years ago. Look, I'm tired.
Then we've got the 45,
It's been a long time.
which opens up much like a slice of pizza, opens up lots of possibilities. And then my other favorites. This was my favorite, and these are my other two favorites. Actually, I also like the 45 is my other favorite because it opens up building possibilities. We have the pair of Rocky boys. So these are fun ones because they are going to let you build a lot of stuff directly on the dunes, as well as they have some vertical rod holes and some pole accessory holes. Vertical rod, pole accessory. Oh, two vertical rods. So you can do some flying drift stones and the like and stuff. So, and then this is in a snow version, although it looks just like a glowing white ghost. There is the color between the dunes are close in color, but not identical to the mat. Like
they're definitely closer.
Yeah, it
to
looks
my
like
eye than they are on camera.
The camera looks like this looks red and this looks yellow, and on here they both look like gentle amber, and this one is slightly darker than this one.
I'll get a photo to post this.
So the reality is we can never match the painted stuff to printed stuff because the painted stuff drifts and it just never works. So we wanted to get something that was going to be a good complement to what we had. But we'll have, when we get the thing up, we'll get some good color corrected photos that can show you how it all looks together. But this is definitely, it looks pretty crazy right now on the screen. I don't know why, because it does not look like I got two eyeball, but you know. All right, so generally with the dunes, you're going to be doing stuff. You're going to be slapping them together, like yay, and you're going to kind of build out generally with on either side to build, go up to a point and build some out like that. And then if you want to,
I posted it in the Perilous channel on the Discord, so you can see it there. It looks much closer in to the eye.
I need to put that guy in.
It's not the exact same, but it's way closer than it looks on camera.
We have Underdune. We have a really cool combat risers, dune jack, essentially, that Toby designed back in Wildlands when we were worried about getting minis on the uneven terrain. And I can find samples. I don't know where the heck they are, but it's essentially a tripod with an adjustable leg that fits a 25 or 32 millimeter miniature and one that fits 50 millimeter. So we'll show you those in a minute, but you can basically, it lets you put minis wherever. There's little cleats baked in with the ridges, like Eli did, little ridges that give you some cleats for bouncing minis, but we have this really a neat little stand. That was funny with because when we were first showing these, people were like, hey, how are we going to play on that? And Toby was like, remember the stand I did back in 5 years ago? We dug that thing out, rejiggered it a little bit, and off to the races. So it's very cool. I can't wait to show you that. Because it also plays really nice with the vertical rod system. It's going to be really neat. Just for the anyway, so you generally are building stuff back to back. You can swap in these the saddle or the ridge on any of the diagonals and sort of go from there. And then if you want to deviate from the norm, you can then throw 245s there and then go back to, now we're building on a 45. I don't know if you can see that. Boom. This is now going on a 45. It's a straight going on a 45. So these things open up a lot of cool building options, as well as you can just do like something like, where are all my, if you wanted to, right, you got a couple of these, wait, how do I do this? Oh, I want to go, like, I don't want that guy there, I want this guy. You can then like put your point off center. And, yeah, very fun. You can build a lot with the simple combo. And then if you want to suspend stuff, we've got, you can pop stuff together with the biscuits. So you can basically, if you have a chunk that you just want to use, you can biscuit them together and move it around as one chunk. You can also, if you want to suspend, say you wanted to suspend this floor up, you can pop them in the biscuits and then connect between using biscuits and do some easy elevated levels by popping, connecting stuff in with biscuits in between. Like, yeah, it's particularly good for something like this. You want to get a bug under there, or the 6x6. This one is you get the idea. Doing like that. Boom, bada, boom, bada, boom. Yeah, it lets you do a lot of neat. I'll show you with. I don't have any here, but we'll over the course of this, we'll show you some neat elevated bits you can do where it's pretty easy to transition up with it. Minis balance pretty well on a lot of these sections. Like Eli designed some. Right, it's on a straight pitch. There's a couple of bits of slope to it, and there's some cleats. And then if they're not sticking, we have this neat little flight stand with adjustable leg thing that pops in there, and you can basically put them anywhere on here using those. It's pretty cool. But I don't have it. To be shown imminently. Okay, so that is the essence of the dunes. And you can transition up to like a plateau level, right? If you have, do I have a straight, right? You do this, bump, bada, bump, and then you can build up another layer from there, which I probably won't show tonight, but you can, right? You can go from here and then start building your next layer up and keep going if you want to cascade up. Or generally, it works well to kind of have like a bits of flat area and then come up again, like so you have some nice flat playable stuff or some areas to put some neat chonkers. These are going to be Dwarvenite, baby. I know you desire to see the mini stand. We'll get there. Everything in Dwarvenite. Except the little stand is probably going to be acrylic or ABS or what's it? Carbonite? No, what's the other clear? What's the clear material that's sturdier than acrylic?
Plexiglass.
Yeah, pure plexiglass, glass steel. I don't know. It's not carbonite. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, the everything will be Dwarvenite with the exception of a few accessories that need to be something else.
People saying polycarbonate.
Yeah, polycarbonate.
I'm going to roll the giveaway real quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been going. Holes. Last chance for holes. Transparent aluminum. That's in honor of the World Cup.
David Moffat.
Aluminum. Hey, a first-time viewer. Look at that.
Yeah.
Congrats.
How did you hear about us?
Yeah. Do you have any interest in modular terrain? Why don't you come to Gen Con? You can introduce yourself. It'd be nice. Mr. Moffat. Any questions about the dunes before we go look at the rocks? All right, let's go. Why not make them ABS? The texture there, Dwarvenite is more satisfying to the touch. There's something about the right. It has a little bit of give to it. There's like something like it's more pleasing than ABS. As well as we need ABS doesn't like biscuits. Like it needs a little bit of play for the biscuits, as well as the vertical rod holes and pull accessory holes. In general, like Dwarvenites are go-to unless we're sort of forced to something else because it just feels, it's everything. It's got the heft, it's got the texture, it's just everything about it feels great. It tastes better too. Yeah. Is it with the lid? Good to see you, Daniel. All right. With a worm bucket. Exactly. Better to have biscuit holes and not need them than to not have them and wish you had them. Yeah, I use them about 50% of the time I'm doing stuff. Like anytime I'm doing a raised thing, I'm using them, and then sometimes I build like a dune chunk and then just slide it around because it's like I kind of know what the shape is, and I'm not sure exactly where it wants to live, and it's very satisfying to move it around. Is one thing. Here, I'll do is a little sample. And then let's look at rocks. Sorry, 820. Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will be able to murder someone with these in Dwarvenite. They will be like similar to the escarpments, a hefty chonker, as it were. That's it's an official term, right? Hefty chonker. Mm. Good. All right, so you can like make these like, ooh, speaking of, you could like murder someone with that. Right, you can make these chunks and kind of fly around. They will be sealed, like the escarpments. They will be sealed. Yeah, that will be very much like the escarpments. These are kind of the escarpments of Perilous. Right? Big monsters. Okay, speaking of big monsters.
Yeah.
Want to see something that rocks?
Okay, yeah.
Boom.
What's happening? Wait. I don't know if that's what's happening. Never mind.
Definitely.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about rocks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big old rocks.
You can.
Yeah,
all
right.
Not the.
All right, so turns out, right, when you picture deserts or barren tundra, Arctic waste, right, you generally just endless tracts of like untouched sand or snow, or like, but of course that also gets boring, right? You don't want to have your most adventures there. Now, obviously, you can do that. You can just throw it in a bunch of floors or a battle mat, wherever. But also, you picture cool, jagged, crazy, wind carven rocks. So we have those in droves. So we have kind of a collection of kind of your generally standard typed rocks, right? This is very similar to our corner rock from the Aranthor collection, right? And we have the small stepped rock. What's fun about this guy is it has a little biscuit slot in the front there, so you can use it to just to suspend anything, right? A bridge, a scaffolding platform, whatever you want. A little cool little biscuit accessories. Like, so we've hidden a couple of little biscuit slots here and there where you can get some cool functionality, particularly for elevated, bridge nonsense and the like. So we have those guys. We've got a jumpy stone here, which has a little pole accessory in it, so you can pop something on there. We have this guy, which is awesome. It's a big chonker 360 rock, right? So generally, this will have a dead side, right? So a dead side and anchor back at the bottom. Boom. No rock lobster. But this guy is 360, so you'll be able to flip them around, give you a bunch of options, and it's got a couple of biscuit slots, so you can attach, right? Once again, bridges, scaffolding, natural rock formations, like attach stuff off and use it as a base to connect things out to. It is 2 inches high. Right, so it's going to give you lots of connectivity options at 2 inches, including city builder buildings, or lots of stuff that goes up to 2 inches. This is 38 millimeters high, so that works, right? That's stilt height. That's the height of a standard wall without a floor. So this on a floor is going to be 2 inches. So you get there's a lot of built-in compatible geometry here. This is 2 inches high. So there's going to be good. Yeah, jumpy stones will let you survive the desert. Exactly, Chuck. This guy also has a vertical rod hole hidden there, so you can use it for floating drift stones and the like. And just like even just stacking it on itself, like you just get fun, right? It's like, I don't know, cool. Eli loves his rocks. This is a fun bit, right? Like a spiral. Right, just 2 of these, you can make crazy things. Then you got biscuit slots too to accessorize. All right, so those are sort of like the plain rocks. Then we have a few rocks that feature Tefoni, rock lace, which is apparently what happens when we get a lot of education in rocks from Eli. When over decades or centuries, when particles are blown by strong winds, eventually the way they hit, I guess the fluid dynamics, right, where it hits, it starts digging out little pits, and then they get bigger and bigger because that draws the air in and whatever. So this crazy rock lace will form. The rock weight of violence. Exactly. This is the mummy rock. It's coming for you, Amy. So there's this Tefoni texture, which is just cool and feels a little alien / feels a little like coral, right? If you wanted to paint this like undersea, whatnot, it's a fun, neat new texture to have in the arsenal. So we got the Tefoni Special Rock. Then we also have, those of you that remember Wildlands, we got Wyver Stone, right? Our crazy kind of obsidian-like fantasy spires. So we have Wyver Stone is making a return here. Also works great in sci-fi. So like this is the Wyver Stone Special Rock. This guy also has a little biscuit slot here at the 2-inch mark. So then you could suspend, right? You could suspend something between these guys, or whatnot, right? Don't even know all the things you're going to do with it, but you got some options, as well as just. Did I ever mention any of these pieces are my favorite? This one. Here we go. And of course, these are all right. These are all also in. They'll be in ice too, right? So we have great options, right? So same pieces. What's kind of fun is, right, so Hamster led the Arctic paint scheme, Aaron led the desert paint scheme. So they're each kind of getting to develop these two themes simultaneously, side by side. Yeah. This is going to be really, the ice stuff with Ice Caverns is, it's going to be a layup. So while the Pledge Manager's open, get your Ice Caverns while they're hot, or while they're cold, whatever. So these guys are good. We didn't show, this is the small one, I don't have the larger one. We got a super plain stump lump, right? So it could just be a circle of rocks, but it has a city builder peg in here. It is trunk agnostic, so you can put any, either a large or a small trunk in there, any style, any color, whatnot, it doesn't care. This stone accommodates all trees, as well as a little pole accessory hole in there. Or you can just use it as a rock. We also have a larger one, but we don't, I didn't grab it because it's all in builds. And then we got, let's get tall. We have this guy, the big natural half arch. So this is, I don't even remember how tall is it, 4 inches tall? It is big tall. Let's see if it's 2 inches, maybe it's 3 point. Yeah, no, it's 4 inches. Boom, 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 boom. So big monster. Lots of little playable flat areas, biscuit slot. Of course I grabbed the one that didn't have the biscuit slot. It's great. Well, imagine if you will. Well, here's his friend, Icy Big Rock. Icy half arch here. So we've got a biscuit slot on the front, so you can suspend, a bridge or whatever whatever fun bit you want to over there. There's also a biscuit slot at the 2-inch mark over here, as well as a vertical rod hole, and I think we have added a pull accessory hole, and I can't remember where. Track it down. But just a really fun, crazy looking rock. I don't know how we're gonna actually mold this thing because it's absolute madness. But it is designed to pair super well. Well, of course, it pairs with itself. Let's go wider. Boom, boom, boom. Like yay or right away through. But then also we have a new natural arch, and this has got biscuit slot on each end, as well as, guess what? This is 2 inches high and has a biscuit slot here. So that's going to then let you biscuit it to who knows what. So, also, it's 360. So you could, you could suspend it downwards if you want, or you can suspend it upwards. So you can make yourself a big natural span. That is, I don't know, that's like 1,000 inches long. I'm not sure, I don't have a ruler, but I'm pretty sure it's about 1,000. I don't think there's a blue basilisk on the rock, but maybe I missed it. Oh, I see. I understand. I thought you spotted a hidden critter. Yes, I think that's where Chris just went to get. All right, so you can do a giant natural span, and of course, you could suspend scaffolding or the suspension bridge or anything you want else between these. That's where you're getting the basilisk. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Oh, don't say we never delivered. Woo! Okay. Happy little basilisk. Just hanging out underneath. Yeah. All right. So this is, also in ice caverns, this is going to be just outrageous. So pretty fun. Oh, and here's the Toponi rock in ice. Right. Cool, fun options there. Wow. Oh yeah, this would be just a really neat, like if you wanted to display just a small collection of minis, you have like steps, just like the family photo. You can put them up the thing. Yeah. So we got a bunch of fun rocks to play with, right? That will then also interact nicely. Oh yeah, did I mention that this guy has a biscuit slot at 38 millimeters here. So then you can connect, right? Your natural bridge can go from there to like the small stepped rock, or because it's 38 millimeters, which is one floor height, you could have anything come off at the right. If we're connecting in at the 2-inch mark over here, then this sits on top at the 38-inch mark. I don't have the biscuits here, right? You can do that sort of thing. So there's going to be a lot of fun connectivity between the rocks and the rocky dunes. So you can build off of them, build up, and build like crazy, right? What's a fun, the sand is lava. Secret reliquaries too.
Well, yeah, why are we getting reliquaries too?
Don't know. All right. So those are the rocks. Do we have questions on the rocks? Tremors Mini.
It's a miniature stand. Oh, yeah. You can display miniature.
Oh yeah. Got it. This feels like a little reliquary, right? It's got like a cradle.
These were designed as displays first, but you could use it as terrain if you really like squinted.
If you want to.
Yeah.
That was the pitch for reliquaries.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. These, and they all, the rocks stack really nicely together. You can do all sorts of fun bits. I don't even know all this stuff people are going to discover, but there's a lot of good heights are lined up, so stuff will nest really nicely, and you get good playable space. Generally at the 1-inch height, 38 millimeters, 50 millimeters, 4 inches, and the like. Oh yeah, this guy also. Geez, I keep forgetting this guy has a biscuit slot at the 2-inch mark also, so you can connect right? So you can connect from there to, boop, let's put this guy. All right, so you can go from your dunes into your rocks. Oh, let's put it in, like I have this thing, yeah. All right, so you can do that kind of a situation. I know I'm making it hard to see because again, yeah, lots of options, right? Trying to give you a toolbox, so that you can, whatever the heck you're trying to story you're trying to tell, you find some. Hopefully, some of these pieces will do it for you. Look at this too. You can take, so because this has got a, right, this has got a slot here at the 2-inch height. You can then use that to go. Let's say now you have like a split step going up to a thing. Oh, yeah, lots of options for building nonsense and building up, right? Fun to build up. All right, and then lastly, I didn't grab the Driftstone collection, but I'm sort of trying to show all the major families. So the last family we have yet to explore, aside from Driftstones, which I didn't grab, there'll be probably for another time. At some point, we'll get Toby in to do a deep dive on the Driftstones. He did all the sculpting there. We have plants, because you gotta have, even though it is a barren, desolate wasteland, you gotta have some plants. Let's start sort of the simplest. So this was inspired by Michelle's infamous cattails, which were really too hard to cast. Were gonna be too expensive. The like $15 cattails, whatever. So we have a thicket of reeds, which is very similar in design, but actually castable. They're kind of teardroppy shaped, so they nest together really nicely in a variety of ways. And we have this sort of the dead, dried out version, which you often see, right? A lot of these deserts or the edges of beaches, wherever you have this really dried out kind of desert grass, dune grass and stuff. But then if you get to sort of a area with water, we also have like the lush version. So you get some greenery. So you can do like your oasis and the like. Also can work very well in swamps. Yes, the moors. Totally.
It says the moose.
Also, you could just put this in your garden or your moops.
Yeah.
What's a moop?
That's what the card says.
What card?
The card says moops.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta believe it. So we got a reed thicket. We got so you saw our friend you saw the thorn plume before, but you haven't seen the thing that supercharges the thorn plume, which is the Rudy cluster. Oh boy, let's use the brighter one. These guys are dark. I think this is the one that's still too high. This is an earlier prototype was too high, but
Nate's too young for Seinfeld, but not me.
Yeah, I watched it when it was premiering. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't see all of it. I definitely don't remember that one. So the Rudy cluster is a triple pole accessory holder. So you can get remember all those yellow flowers you got in Tudor Village? You can. Oh, you pulling up the Seinfeld sound?
I already did, but the TV volume was off. But I think they heard it. Yeah.
So this is a neat way to cluster together 3 pole accessory plants, particularly like mephit reeds, the thorn plume, those orange flowers, anything like. So this kind of a fun way to gather up your flowers and make them a little more meaningful. Or anything, right? You could put 3 arbalists on there, or 3 heads on a pike, right? If you want to display, if you want to really terrify people, 3 heads on a pike and a nice little array, like
3 ravens.
Yeah, triple raven.
I mean, we got to put the heads on a pike in a pack, so that people can actually get them.
Now you can finally have a place to live. What desert? I should just put these on a floor, huh? What desert wouldn't be? or would be. Wait, where the heck are my floors? I'm losing my. Yeah, these ones go there. Hey, now we can see them better. What desert would be complete without some cacti? So we leaned so in general, like the reeds are kind of plain, but the thorn plumes are fantasy and the cacti are fantasy, right? We're leaning into the fantasy. I think we showed this guy before. This is the dragon cactus. So taking something familiar but giving it fantasy flair. So it could potentially be dangerous. It could have some stats. It could be. We're trying to make it a little more interesting, a little more exciting, but hitting. And it's got the baby version there, so you have a little family, right? Trying to hit a thing that looks familiar, but then also looks fantastical. So it's one of the things that Eli is so good at, is taking sort of his knowledge of real life nature and then spinning it, giving it a little magical flair. So very excited for the dragon cactus family, right? You can make some big patches of these, and maybe it's sentient. Maybe that opens up to a toothy maw. Yeah. So let's see. You got a lot of possibilities with this with the dragon cactus, and then of course this looks super. It goes really well with our rocks, right? You can start populating it up on all the desert rocks if you want to make it more dangerous for your players, particularly if these things are like sentient and angry. Oh, I guess I got it. Whoop. Look at that. Cacti. You want to see them in Underdoom? Oh, in a cavern, not in like, I thought you meant like Underdoom color. We're probably not going to show cross biome compatibility tonight, but yes, it is on the radar.
There's no way we'd have time for it tonight.
No, it's already 8:41.
Yeah.
All right. So then, oh, we should go really small. So we have this little guy, which I can't remember what the heck it was called. It begins with a C, but it's a.
Pretty sure it's not Cassius, because Cassius was like the middle name of the guy that
Cassius
planned
Clay,
to kill.
Right? That's
Well, there's Cassius Clay as well.
Yeah.
But there's like Gaius Cassius or something. There's one of the guys that was plotting to kill Caesar.
He was named after a rock. A flower. I don't know. I gotta look it up, but it's something like that. Anyway, it's plants. So we got these little tiny little spot of color. A little more trying to hit those sort of classic succulent vibes you get from the desert. Then
Cassius is just the Roman version of Rocky.
Yeah. Amazing. Then we have something a little beautiful. The vibrant orchis. A little so it's another pole accessory, this time skewing more tropical, something you would find at an oasis or on a desert island or in a jungle, or maybe in your wildlands garden. And I guess I didn't show this is the little, remember the mossy rock mound from Wildlands? A little tiny lump with a pole accessory hole in it. This is the Perilous version. It's got a pole accessory hole in there, so it becomes just a great spot for any of your little pole accessories. Like a head on a pike, for instance. So this guy, nice little spot of color. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could also, just kind of corally. Boom. Yeah, cute little orchid. And then we've got one, well, I guess it's the penultimate plant. So we got in two shifts. So we have, once again, taking something familiar and trying to do a little fantasy. So this is the Seraphite, another plant that Eli made up. So it's kind of a sawtoothed succulent, the kind of thing you would see in a desert, but it's not an actual real plant. It's bigger, a little more menacing, a little more fantasy, and should fill out your desert nicely. But if that wasn't enough, we have it also in an alternate color. So if you want to get a little more tropical, this is the tropical Seraphite. Same sculpt, different paint scheme. So this, once again, can skew if you want to go more for beach, oasis, jungle, that sort of thing. Skew this in there. So this stuff is all going to play very nicely with your wildland stuff as well, right? You can flesh that out, or maybe do some sort of fun, once you get your Tudor village, do some sort of crazy garden, exotic garden, and the like. But there's one last plant we have. I'm sure somebody can guess, right? we got for the desert world? What do you need in there? Desert ground mistletoe. Yeah, boom. Yak is nailing it. So we have boom it a boom. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to get wide. Oh, we got trouble in River City. What's going on here? Okay. I don't have enough room here. All right, so we have welcome to the modular palm tree. Boom. So we've got, it's a 5-piece system to make palm trees. We've got, let's start with here. Let's see here. So we've got 3 different stump options. So there's the stout bottom, which is essentially starting with a, this is like the standard diameter of a large trunk, and it narrows up to narrow here. And then we have this guy, which starts at narrow and terminates at narrow or small, whatever, the small trunk to small trunk top. And of course, so you can use either of these alone. You can combine them together to get taller, the wavier. And then we have a same one that has the short, oh, I have white stick on there. The hole isn't big enough. There's another one that's a small trunk diameter that then has the cool curve at the end, so you can have it better curvy. And then of course this, right? It combines on there and on here, like, so you can mix and match to make a variety of different palm trees. I don't know how many combinations you get out of that, but at least 5. Large bottom, 3 of these just alone, 2 stacked, 6. I mean, I guess you could do some sort of crazy combo, whatever. Oh, and then also we have, this is another stump lump. This is the step stump lump. It's got some pole accessory holes, the same bit. So then on the top, we have 2 fronds. So there's the big frond, which has a city builder peg, so just like the regular peg-based trees, but the top of it has a tiny little pole accessory hole on it. And then there's the upper, and it has the, I remember what this is called. It's not a katydid. It's some sort of, I don't know, another term. Somebody who knows Eli knows what the term is. The lumpy thing that's at the top. And then the upper fronds, which are have a pole accessory hole on the bottom and another pole accessory hole on the top. So you can pop them there. So you could actually triple, let's see, got one here. Oh, no, this is it's an older prototype. Hang on, I don't have a 2 of the current one. This angle, this one doesn't have the correct angle of the fronds. So you have to imagine those raised up higher. But you could triple stack if you want. Oh, that one's not drilled out. No. We'll demonstrate it another time. But you could stick it up. And if you want, you can then also just use the bottom as a pole accessory, as like those crazy dinosaur ferns or whatever. You could pop that into pole accessory, like yay, and use it as ground cover. So, so you're going to be able to, I don't know, use these in a bunch of places to get sort of hopefully hit all of your desired palm tree notes. Yay, palm trees. Yeah, these are going to be, so Yak, this is a good question asking, do these come with the stands? So what we're going to do is, similar to our other trees, there will be a set that is the palm trees, which will have, it's going to have 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these, right? So it'll have 6 different trunk options, 2 of each, so you can mix and match. And then it'll have 6 toppers, so 3 of the large topper and 3 of the pole accessory version. So you can make 3 complete palm trees, or of course, mix and match and cut them up and do whatever. But that's the topper pack is that. And then the bottoms, there will be 1 pack that has the large, oh, we didn't show this before. This is the large rocky stump lump, and a catastrophe. What do you call it when a whole bunch of desert plants fall over? A catastrophe. I can't even say it. Cactac, whatever. That's funny.
A cascade.
So, yeah, and these palm trees will be able to work great in your forest to make jungles and whatever. So we have a large stump lump and a small stump lump, all rock, right? Oh, and this one has a not only it has the stump hole, it has a pole accessory hole, and it also has a vertical rod hole, so you can use it as a base for a driftstone. So there's a pack that's one large and two small. But what's fun is these are trunk size agnostic. So you could put a large tree trunk in all three of these, or a small tree trunk in all three of these, or any mix and match. So you've got three bottoms for three tree tops, and then there'll be a pack that has two of these, the stepped stump lumps, which are also stump agnostic on the top. So you can use these for your existing, right, any of your wildlands trees also. So this will have two of these guys and one of the small guy. So you'll have basically two different options for bottoms and one option for the tops. As well as, these, you could pop these palm trees if you want to do like a Los Angeles style boulevard. You can take those new planters from Tudor Village, put those out on the side of the street, and then pop a bunch of these palm trees in down the street and stuff. So you're gonna have a lot of options. You can put gargoyles on the tops of your trees too if you want. Totally. Yeah. So we have a lot of options there for plant fun. Any questions on plants? And then we'll have one. I'm going to show you an example of where we're headed on pledges.
Yeah, again.
Street gargoyle is wild.
9 minutes.
All right. So, Mudkip, hold that question for 1 second. You're asking about snow trees. How about any questions about what you saw?
Will there be ice plants? No, nothing can live in the Arctic.
We have a couple of these will appear. The thorn plume, the reeds, this little the what was it? The Latin Rocky. We have a couple of them will be in the Arctic, but most of the stuff will not be in the Arctic. The rooty lump and the thorn plumes there'll be an Arctic version.
You have a snow cactus.
And the reeds, dead reeds. But most of these are desert only. This is a good question, Tom Cronin. Okay. So, for pledges, right now, the current, so it's still, once again, this is all amorphous, maybe subject to change. Currently, the more expensive pledges, there may be just a scatter pledge starting at the bottom end. I've been working more on the more expensive ones because they're harder, because it requires more pieces and it's a lot more moving parts. We'll do the smaller ones later, but there's gonna be it'll either just be scatter or scatter plus a 3x3 battle mat, right? So you can have a scene. There may be a smallish, like a 2x2 texture mat with some stuff as a pledge, but we will see. And then in terms of like sculpted ground larger pledges, there may be a 1x2 that's kind of a general one for the biome, but the definites are, well, definite as of right now, it'll evolve. There will be, for each biome, there will be two different thematic sculpted 2x2s. So two 2x2s for desert, two 2x2s for Arctic. That'll each have different toolbox, right? So they'll have a very different collection of pieces. So if you got both of them, you get an even better toolbox, right? They'll play well together. And a 2x4 build that has different pieces still from what are those two. So you'll have like three different options for 2x2s or 2x4 in each biome. So there's two 2x2s and a 2x4 in desert and the same in Arctic. And then you can Voltron all of those together for the ultimate toolbox for a crazy 4x4 of coverage and madness. So that's the sketch. So let me show you what I've been working on. One of them in Arctic. Once again, this is subject to change depending on what the what happens with the packs, and I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts, but show you what my thinking is. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Got a couple of foam pieces still in here, but you get the idea. All right, so this is the icy layer. Whoa, we're gonna have to get a bigger boat. All right, this guy fell over, and maybe we stopped. Yeah, can I go down? That's shutter. ISO here. See if that helps. All right, maybe a little less blurry. Now it's really moody. Okay, so this is 2 foot by 2 foot, lots of sculpted floors, a little taste of banks. This is not the texture mat that'll be in here. This is one of the Wildlands one. We don't have the sample of the one that will be in here. But this toolbox is focused on snowy forest floors, a hint of dunes, but then sort of the main focal point being the big old cave, which anybody that was watching when Eli was here, you saw him sculpting that cave entrance. Let's see if we can get in there. All right, so this is the cave entrance. Yeah, these are the existing conifers with the new paint. Hamster got a pretty cool ice paint job. There's a couple of things in here, like there's a we have this stump lump is not like this is supposed to be the stepped one. I don't have it yet, so we're just using this is like a wildland stump lump that he did like a quick white dry brush on. This is not the right Rudy. There's a couple of bits that aren't. This is the color. There's some bits in here that are still working bits, but I give you the idea, the essence of it. Like there's a mossy rock mound in there. Like there's some. This is often how we work. Is you start slugging in proxies, and then little by little you pull them out as you get more and more of the real bits. But the big driver is the cave entrance. So this was the piece that Eli was sculpting on camera. Right, so this is part of the Dunes collection, right? It's the same profile as the Dunes, so you can build this in line with your Dunes. You can put 2 of these back to back to have like a cool rocky pass through when you're doing like a little valley. And it has 2 it's got 2 vertical rod holes and 3 pole accessory holes, as well as has like the little there's a little petroglyph. You can see that was Eli sculpted in on camera, somebody's idea for the little secret entrance, as well as the little genie lamp is under there. So that's kind of fun. And then it has, if you want to just use it self-contained, we have this rock piece that sits over it. So this was the piece we're using on the river. We'll go back and show this. So we're using it as a bridge on a river because it's perfectly functional if you want to use it to suspend between a couple of rocks to do a kind of cool natural bridge, but it's designed to sit really nicely up against here. And I think we showed, where the heck is it? I think we showed this before. I can't remember if we showed this paint or not. Hamster splashed a little bit of the paint down here is designed to transition us into the ice caverns, right? So we have a little of that teal water texture from ice caverns in there, so you get a really nice transition. If you want to use this to transition into your ice caverns build, please do. So you want a transition piece, you got a pretty transition piece, right? And then the upper part. So this is the hillock This is the upper part. So this has a 6-inch by 4-inch footprint. The front is it's got a profile to match up with the banks, so you can use it as a scatter piece, and then use banks out if you want. It's gonna have a biscuit slot right in that little slot there. It's just not in yet, so you can attach a bridge or whatever. Tons of spots for pole accessories and the like. You can build 2 of them in line to make a hillock. I'll have to show. We don't have. This is the only one I have in hand right now, so we'll show you all this stuff in the end. But essentially, you can combine it with that to make the super cave, and then the lower portion. You can see I still have some foam mocks in here. The lower portion is this thing, which is another 6-inch wide 360 piece. So it's got a little bit of the ice caverns, right? Same water bit on the bottom, so it transitions nicely into your ice caverns. And it's a 360 piece, so you can use it as a bridge or elevation. Once again, you can throw it in your ice caverns, a base for some cool elevation. Like you can get 2 of these. So we're gonna use the This is a foam mock, right? So you can use 2 of them to make a cave entrance like such, which then sit really nicely behind this, and then you can also pop this guy in front of it if you want. Boom, do that sort of a thing. There's another option for cave entrance or a natural bridge. So also you can put this. You can put this in front if you want to stack everybody like that. So if you want to make a smaller cave entrance, you do that. You got a bunch of options. Like the modular cave collection is going to let you do a lot. It should be really fun and transitions you into a whole bunch of different biomes. As well as there's a couple of critters hidden on here you'll have to discover. Yeah. And there will be a, this is a stand-in for, there will be a texture patch, cool graphic thing that you can pop in the back of it, right? So it feels like your cave goes on forever. Or, it's leading to your tunnel or whatnot if you don't actually want to build with it. So anyway, this is an example of a 2x2 pledge. Right now, we're coming in price-wise, this is, I don't know, a lot could change. Like the composition could change, some of the price could change, whatever. And there's no bundle discount baked in, but I right before stream, I back of the envelope did it painted, it's like painted 1,200, unpainted 800. And that's without whatever, I don't know what the bundle discount tends to be. This scale 5%, 10%, something like that.
I remember because it's different when we're doing like a new product campaign versus.
Yeah. So it may be close to 1,000. I don't know, somewhere in that. But give you the ballpark. It's somewhere in there. So give you an idea of what to brace for. It's already 9 o'clock. Any quick questions?
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, the entrance is the mini biome in itself. Yeah, and the goal here is like there's some, and we're using dunes on the sides, right? So it's all fun dune compatible and but the idea was that these are going to be some big expensive pieces, so let's make sure they're pretty flexible, right? There's a bunch of different things you can do with these pieces, so you can get a lot of play and replay out of them. Especially, there's a biscuit slot in here, so you can attach a bridge. You can do some neat scatter stuff with this. There's a lot of, and we haven't even gotten to drift stones, right? Using this as a base for drift stones and the like, or feeding into your ice caverns, whatnot. This was I was using this as a bridge. It also works super nice. And yeah, new bone pile, the bone midden. And remember that basilisk that Paul was all fired up about?
Mm-hmm.
This is how he ended up.
That's him now.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
Dead basilisk. So whatever killed the basilisk, it's probably living in there. Oh yeah, we didn't show this either. We got a little dead shrub. You can see in the front. So we got fun stuff to look forward to on Perilous. But it is 9:04.
Yeah.
So we got to get hey, NPC Charles is here.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you at Gen Con. He's gonna be in the booth with us at Gen Con. So come say hi. So hopefully this piques your interest for Perilous Frontiers. We launch in probably the last week of October. and we got lots more to show. So hopefully this will get you excited. Hop in the Discord. Let us know your thoughts. We appreciate your feedback. Appreciate your excitement. And appreciate you hanging out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're just talking about nothing. It was fun. So what are we hamster streaming tomorrow night?
I believe so. It's always a thing he makes a call the day of, but I'm pretty sure he is.
And then we should be back next week. And then maybe not again for a couple of weeks because we're going to Gen Con and
oh god, that's right.
So we'll see. It's gonna be.
Oh man, next week's gonna be a lot. Okay.
Yeah. So bear with us over this next couple of months. There's gonna be some patchy if we're hitting some milestones. There may be some late nights, and we may not be able to stream every week. But we'll make up for it when this thing goes live because we'll be streaming a whole bunch during Perilous once we get up to speed. But we kind of got to get over the hump on some of this stuff so we can get it up and live before the end of the year. So we get it cooking.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this show about nothing.
Hey, we got another. I know that's Seinfeld reference.
Yes.
Yeah, we got one.
Is it just not?
50%?
It's too quiet. It was too quiet. I can't remember what volume it needs to be at to actually be able to hear things. Can you hear it now?
Thank you all. It's a pleasure seeing so many.
Now we can hear it.
There it is.
There we go.
There's so many familiar names and faces.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.